I'm here with a 2020 Chrysler Pacifica Red S, and this minivan here is a loaner car that I have for a few days, and I just want to do a quick little review on it, just to give you my thoughts on it. As you can tell, it's probably one of the sportiest minivans that you can get out there right now in terms of looks, performance, and just overall aesthetics. In addition to that, it's pretty luxurious for a minivan these days, and this one tipping the scales at I think it's about 4,600 to 4,700 pounds in curb weight and $50,000 for the MSRP. It sure is luxurious and sporty for the price. As you can tell, you can see the red interior seats that are back there. You also get this red S badging in the grille and on the back of the vehicle as well, which is indicative of the Red S edition, which is new for 2020. So this is a pretty nice car. I mean, overall, it's got these giant rims. I mean, blacked out rims. Let's take a look at them. We got some Falcon ZX CT50 rubber on it. And these are, I believe these are 19-inch rims, but they could be 20s. So they're pretty beefy. These are 20-inch rims, actually. Yeah, these are 20s. So these are pretty big. They're pretty nice. And this car actually only has 700 miles on the odometer, so it's very new. It's very cool as well. This is in a, I think it's a white pearl paint. It's just a gloss finish, actually. As you can tell, I mean, it's a big vehicle. I mean, this thing stretches over 200 inches in length, but you get a lot of room for the dimensions this has. More interior room than I believe a Chevy Tahoe and a standard Cadillac Escalade. But as you can tell, since the Red S, it has these super bright red seats. Now, this is not maybe in some, for some people's taste, but for me, it's like if I had a minivan and I had to have something really sporty, this would probably be the one I'd get, because it definitely is not a soccer mom mobile with this interior fit and finish. And these are really nice power sliding doors. You can control them on the key fob, which is really cool. Power lift gate as well. We'll take a look around. So it's always smooth in its operation. It's got power windows for the rear seats as well. So they won't go all the way down, but you have power rear windows, and you have sunshades as well for the rear passengers, which is pretty cool. It's got a huge tub for stuff down here. Rubberized mat down there as well. And these seats will actually tumble down into the floor, so you can make a completely flat load floor. The stow and go seats fold into the floor, and even with all-wheel drive, it will fold into the floor, which is really nice. But you got just crap loads of space in here, to be honest. It's massive opening, very square opening, so you can fit a lot of big stuff in here. Honestly, the opening's as big, if not bigger, than the Chevy Tahoe. So if you're looking for the ultimate family mobile, this would probably be it. You have power folding and stowing seats as well. So a lot of cool little functions there if you want the power function. And up here you got if you're short, you can't reach the tailgate, you have a button right here to close it. I'll step out of the way. So it's obviously a pretty stylish car. You have LED turn signals here on the mirrors. Mirrors are on the door, so you have a little more of this front quarter A-pillar vision here for good visibility. You have a 360 camera system on this car, so you have actually cameras in the mirrors to give you vision along the side of the car. So it has a lot of, and it also has a camera here as well, actually underneath the Red S logo. You have a camera right there. So you have cameras on all sides of the car to give you that 360 image. Roof racks as well to mount, like, Thule, storage management systems, so you can go on long road trips. But overall, I mean, the blacked out trim with this white and the red leather is kind of very sinister and a little bit of an oxymoron for a minivan, because it's like a minivan supposed to be plush, spacious, practical, but not really like sporty. And this car kind of does all of that. So for a minivan, this is about as sporty as you're gonna get. It has a 280 horsepower, 3.6 liter V6. This one has front wheel drive, but you can get it in all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive adds, I believe, around $1,500 to $2,000. But as this one sits, I believe this one stickers for like $48,995 MSRP after destination. So that's $49,000 basically. It's pricey, but you get a lot of incentives on this, so you can easily get that price down by $3,000 to $4,000. And for a vehicle like this, as loaded as it is, it's honestly as practical and as nice as you pretty much can expect for a minivan. And it's just super practical. I mean, the doors sound solid when you close it. You get Pacifica lettering down there on the sill. Yeah, door's pretty solid. Put my foot on the brake and start it up. It does not have the red S on the logo on the steering wheel, which is not a big deal, but I just noticed that. You have voice recognition, phone, Bluetooth. You can control the Uconnect 4C infotainment system using the controls right here. You also have channel controls on the back of the steering wheel on the left, volume controls on the right, on the back of the steering wheel. And then you also have regular cruise control, and you also have adaptive cruise control, so you can choose whatever you like. So overall, I mean, it's got this nice heated steering wheel. You got this chrome finish right here that goes around to make it a little more luxurious. Some gloss black around the gauge cluster here around the infotainment system, but you have this really nice kind of silver plastic, but it looks very metallic and it's a good imitation. Soft touch dashboard with stitching. If you get the hybrid, I believe it's in this like turquoise blue stitching, which is really cool. Tons of room, really good visibility. Honestly, you can see straight out the back. Like that would be my view right there. The back window is pretty big. Good A-pillar vision, good forward sight lines. And this one even has the massive panoramic roof that extends all the way to the rear headrest, so you second row passengers can get an open air experience. You have digital controls up there for your vents, which are also in the roof. And you also have underfloor foot vents as well for the rear passengers. This is the 8-seat configuration. So this center seat adds, I believe, $1,000. So if you don't need 8 passengers, you get a good pass through here. So if you want to get your kids back there or help them out, it's much easier. So you get 8 passenger if you want, or 7 passengers standard. This one also has a vacuum, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a vacuum mounted back there, so you can vacuum up your kids' messes if you need to. So overall, it's very nice. I mean, it's got a lot of controls, electric parking brake, interior storage, as you can tell. Nice little, what do you call it, tamper door there. Good cup holders, big and roomy. Press this here. You have this big tub that like goes down almost, I don't know, 8 inches. Coin holder in there as well. You have like a phone slot. My hand can fit almost through this phone slot thing here, and then another one above it. USB, and then an aux jack right there. So I mean, overall, I mean, this is about as sporty as you're gonna get for a minivan. It's not really that fast. It does like, I believe 7.3 to 7.5 seconds 0 to 60. But I mean, back in like the 1960s and 70s, that was muscle car, sports car territory for 0 to 60. So if 7.5 seconds 0 to 60 is pretty good. I've been getting, what's the MPG I've been getting here? Gotta get down here, 21.3, but I reset this only about 30 miles ago. I would say I get closer to 22 to 23 around town, so, and probably 28 on the highway, so it's really not bad for gas mileage, to be honest. Uses regular gas, you don't have to put premium in. Has like an 18.5 gallon tank, I believe. It could be 20, but I believe it's 18.5. So you got pretty good range. You can probably go 450, 430 miles on a tank on this thing without stopping. It's very quiet on the highway, I've noticed. Like, this thing feels like an absolute tank. And, you know, the ride is fantastic, even with the 20-inch rims. So, I mean, overall, I'm very, very surprised by it. I mean, it feels like a luxury minivan with a touch of sport with the red seats and the blacked out exterior trim and the red badging. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it overall. Just do, you know, we'll step outside, take a quick look around it one more time. Like I said, the blacked out trim looks pretty sporty. And you have these HID headlights. The 2021 models will get LEDs, but for now, you have HID high and low beam. I believe it's halogen high beam, and then you have LED accents for the daytime running lights underneath the headlamps. And then you also have fog lights down there as well. So you actually get a nice color there. So overall, it looks pretty good for a minivan. It's a big vehicle, so you got to get used to that if you plan on buying this, but I'm really happy with it as a loaner car right now. And I think for families, this is like perfect, especially if you don't want like a soccer mom kind of van where it's just a little plain Jane, a little, what do you call it, pedestrian looking and feeling. This one feels more sporty, more elegant, more luxurious. So I'd highly recommend it. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the section below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this quick little review and walk around of a 2020 Chrysler Pacifica Red S Limited. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.